God.
Who's got all the videos?
Yeah, what's in the videos? What's that about? I mean, what would happen? What would happen if we got videos?
We need Candace to do a deep dive.
If we got videos of thousands of celebrities just each other and sucking dicks and taking Molly, and guys are passing them around like, Jesus, like just trying to get the documents, like when they're trying to get the Epstein files, like they're the state of New York. One of the district attorneys was hiding documents. They'd have forced them to get documents. I think there's so many powerful people that are on those lists. There's so many powerful people that went and partied.
Okay, y'all, hold on tight, because Joe Rogan just absolutely detonated the Diddy case with one jaw-dropping, no-holds-barred live reaction that's got everyone from Hollywood to Washington sweating bullets. Joe didn't sugarcoat a single word. He said what people have been whispering behind closed doors for months. This is not just about Diddy anymore. This is giving full-on Epstein 2 vibes, and according to Joe, the FBI has their hands on real tapes with faces, names, dates, and receipts. We're not talking just creepy audio clips. These are full-on video recordings from Diddy's infamous after parties that could drag half of elite Hollywood into the mud. Yup, Joe went there. And guess what? It's finally unraveling. The private parties, the untouchable guest list, the shady VIP rooms, and the secrets. Oh, honey, the secrets are getting snatched into the daylight, one terrifying reveal at a time. So let's break it all down, step by step.
I've had conversations with people about it, and it's like, Jesus, like just trying to get the documents, like when they're trying to get the Epstein files, like they're the state of New York. One of the district attorneys was hiding documents. They'd have forced them to get documents. I think there's so many powerful people that are on those lists. There's so many powerful people that went and partied. Air quotes, partied. And how many of them went to the Diddy parties? Have you been paying attention to the...
Oh, yeah.
First off, Joe hit hard on something that's been bugging all of us. Why isn't this trial being aired live like Johnny Depp versus Amber Heard? Why? Joe's theory: if this thing hit live TV, millions would see the who's who of Hollywood walking through Diddy's front door like it's the Grammys after party. A-list names, big-time moguls, people who've been acting squeaky clean ever since the storm began, they'd all be exposed. Because here's the bombshell. Inside that courtroom, the jury is being shown actual clips from Diddy's parties. Yes, those parties. And according to Joe, what's being shown is way too crazy to make it on air. We're talking footage that would have fans canceling their faves overnight, period.
Why don't they air it the same way they aired the coverage that Johnny Depp got?
I know. Why don't they? I don't know. They should. The ratings would be amazing.
Unreal.
Yeah. Like, what are you doing? Why wouldn't you air that?
What's going to happen, though, you think?
Well, Diddy's going to be in jail for the rest of his life.
Now here's where it gets real spooky. Joe's got deep roots, he knows people. And when he talks, you better listen. He didn't just call them parties, he called them traps. According to him, celebs showed up thinking they were just vibing, flexing, sipping expensive champagne. Instead, they walked right into a setup. No phones allowed, drinks allegedly laced with who knows what. Cameras hidden everywhere, and get this, inside smoke detectors, y'all. Imagine letting your guard down only to be secretly filmed. And these weren't accidental clips. These were allegedly strategic, planned. A whole operation designed to capture people doing things they'd never want public. Suddenly, all those celebs going ghost on socials make a lot more sense.
Well, it would be a great way to compromise celebrities. Yeah. And get them to say whatever you want them to do, get them to do whatever projects you'd like them to do. And, if you're a bunch of other celebrities are there, you're like, oh, look, Bill Clinton's here. This is fine.
Yeah.
This is cool. Look at this. Like, Brad Pitt's here. Oh, this is cool. You don't even think there's anything wrong with being there. Meanwhile, you're getting up and filmed. And then they're passing out punch. Have some punch, Aaron. And you have some punch, and all of a sudden you're like, I'm feeling really good. I just feel amazing. You're all up. You don't know what the you're doing. Probably a combination of things they give you.
And it's all being filmed.
Then Joe dropped a theory that had the entire internet clutching their pearls. What if this wasn't a deep state blackmail plot? What if this was just one man, one manipulative genius, using blackmail as leverage to build an empire? Think about it. Let a star feel safe. Get it all on camera. Boom. You own their career. You control their endorsements. You silence their truth. And next thing you know, you're running a billion-dollar empire with people too scared to say a damn word. It's horrifying, and yet it fits.
Now, if that's not an intelligence agency operation, it's just one evil super genius who figures out how to compromise everybody by providing this crazy freak-off party. Everybody's got to put their phones away. Okay, we're going to put our phone away. No one's going to know anything. Yeah, I mean, he's got cameras everywhere. It's just one guy doing that. What a diabolical human being.
Yeah.
And then, out of nowhere, Joe brings up Steve Harvey. Yes, that's Steve Harvey. The moment Diddy's indictment dropped, guess what? Steve hopped on the first flight out of the country. Poof, vanished. Then fans started digging and noticed Steve was scrubbing his social media like a man on fire. Gone was that 2017 tweet praising Diddy as a brother helping the youth. Suspicious much? And the plot thickens. Turns out, Steve wasn't just casual friends with Diddy. Nope. He was tight. So tight, he allegedly helped Diddy get close to his own daughter, Lori Harvey, back when she was just 22. Like, pause. What? There are vacation pics floating around of Steve, Lori, and Diddy in Italy looking like one big twisted Hollywood family. But here's what got people freaking out. Lori was wearing white nail polish in the pics. Why is that important? Because in Cassie's lawsuit, she said every girl brought to Diddy's freak-offs had to wear white nails, a creepy calculated visual contrast against the dark-skinned male guests. Sickening. Guess who else had those nails? Young Miami, even Diddy's own mom. So now people are wondering, was Steve just being supportive? Or was he playing the game to level up in the industry? And if those FBI tapes show Lori in anything, the Harvey empire could be done. And Steve ain't alone in dodging smoke. Meek Mill? Yeah, he's been name-dropped multiple times in Diddy's lawsuits as one of his so-called boy toys.
Hey, what's up, King Son? Man, you doing it, man. You deserve it, Daddy. You putting in that work. Proud of you. I love you. Yeah.
Meek's been dead silent ever since the feds raided Diddy's mansion, and now we know why. He even posted he'd pay $100, 0 cents, to find out who started the rumors connecting him to Diddy. Sir, you don't drop $100 grand on a hunch unless you're shaken. Word on the street, Meek might be in some of the tapes. Not allegedly, not maybe, just waiting. And the online crowd is already roasting him. One tweet said, "You in a pool with Diddy calling him daddy and think we ain't gonna notice?" Another read. Log off, Meek. You making it worse for yourself. But Meek's not the only familiar face linked to the scandal. Let's talk Usher. Usher has been part of Diddy's inner circle since, wait for it, age 13. Yup. That flavor camp Diddy hosted back in the day, that's where it all began. There were whispers in Harlem for years that Kim Porter, the late mother of Diddy's children, had CCTV footage of Diddy and Usher doing things. That laptop, gone. Her phone, also gone. She passes away and suddenly everything disappears. People even claim Diddy had Usher hospitalized to silence him. It's too much.
At the time, I didn't even know who the F Usher was. You know what I'm saying? It was one of those type of situations. And when people say, yo, man, I don't F with them. I'm getting out that industry and everything like that. You know, Puff sent this little kid to the hospital. How he sent him to the hospital? Man, nigga was bleeding from the butt. And that's what was said. But I didn't even have a name for the kid at the time. Then you heard, and that's what happened. So, and just to hear this, and this new thing where they saying that they got kids coming forward and said that he did that, man, that's crazy. And like I just said, that's just something that I heard.
And it doesn't stop there. Usher was also mentioned in Lil Rod's bombshell lawsuit, where allegations got disturbingly graphic. Then Joe slid into the one name that has the internet losing it, Jay-Z. Jay and Diddy go way back, decades, from music to mogul deals to matching billionaire vibes. But with this case exploding, folks are resurfacing the dark past, like Kathy White, the woman who was allegedly pregnant by Jay-Z and then turned up dead. Some believe Diddy knew what happened and kept that little secret in his back pocket all these years, like an ace card. It gets worse. A woman once filed a suit claiming she was by both Jay-Z and Diddy after a party right after the 2000 VMAs. She gave names, a location, even said her father picked her up after. But guess what? Her dad testified and said he remembered nothing. The case? Toss. But the stench? It lingers. Now fans are speculating if that infamous tape Pimpasy was rumored to have with Beyonce was real. The one some folks say got him silenced. Did Diddy have that tape too?
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear friend. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you.
This is a special birthday for both of us.
Yeah.
And don't even get us started on that creepy birthday video, Diddy singing to French Montana with baby oil everywhere. Remember how weird that felt back then? Well, during the raid, feds allegedly found over 1,000 bottles of baby oil in Diddy's mansion. Like, what are we even supposed to do with that information? What was really going down? Another name swirling around, LeBron James, the king of clean image. Clean image, the golden boy. But he's been spotted at several of Diddy's notorious parties, so when people say ain't no party like a Diddy party now, it hits real different. No one's saying LeBron did anything, but his name being in that orbit, suspicious. If even a frame of him shows up in those tapes, the PR team better be ready with fire extinguishers. Damage control will be massive. And now, brace yourselves, because another name people are praying doesn't surface in those tapes is Jennifer Lopez. Yep, before Cassie, there was Diddy's main girl during some of the alleged freak-off years, which means she could have seen it all.
Hey, everybody know ain't no party like a Diddy party, so.
Yeah, that's what's up. Yeah.
And if there's any footage of her from back then, her entire empire could crumble. Back when that infamous club shooting happened, the one with Shine, people whispered for years that J-Lo wasn't just some random witness. Some say she had a piece tucked in her purse that night. If that's true, it's bad, real bad.
It's 25 years since that infamous nightclub during a night out with Sean Diddy Combs and his then-girlfriend, Jennifer Lopez. 3 people were injured that night.
There's a narrative that still exists that you knowingly took the fall for Sean Combs.
Taking the fall means not snitching, not getting your friends in trouble. Even today, I wouldn't want to do anything to get anyone in trouble.
Sure. So did anyone come to you and say, hey man, we need you to take this hit for Diddy?
No, I did that out of honor and integrity.
People who were actually at that club say the moment shots were fired, J-Lo vanished, like she had a private exit mapped out, just dipped. But years later, that night is still haunting folk. One of the women who got injured, Natanya Rubin, hasn't let it go. She's pushing hard for the case to be reopened, and here's the wild part. She's willing to have bullet fragments removed from her face to prove Diddy and J-Lo weren't honest in court. Let that sink in. She's ready to undergo surgery just to prove they both lied under oath. That's next level dedication. And the gag? She said J-Lo lied to the grand jury back then, just to protect herself and protect Diddy. And if everything coming out about Diddy's parties turns out to be true, that so-called cover-up starts to look a whole lot less crazy.
The irony is, there was a grand jury. We all had to go and speak at the grand jury. J-Lo testified at the grand jury, as did many other people. It needs to be reopened, because if that is in fact the case, she carried the gun in and she lied to the grand jury. It needs to be reopened.
Now imagine this. If they do reopen that case and J-Lo is found guilty of perjury, or worse, of being involved in any of that shady behavior, that's it, game over. The red carpets, the Vegas shows, the skincare lines, done. And now let's talk about someone else who's been haunting the rumor mill for years, Justin Bieber. The moment Diddy's name gets dragged, Justin's name isn't far behind. People have speculated for a while now that Justin might have been one of Diddy's early targets. The timeline matches, the vibes match, and now the footage is matching. Back when Justin was just a baby-faced teen, he was spending a lot of time with Diddy under the guise of mentorship. But people are starting to question what kind of mentorship this really was.
So check this out, yo. Justin, you ever seen the movie 48 Hours? Right now, he's having 48 hours with Diddy, him and his boy. They're having the times of their lives, like, you know, where we hanging out and what we doing. We can't really disclose, but it's definitely a 15-year-old's dream. You know, I have been given custody of him. You know, he signed to Usher.
I'm signed to Usher.
I had legal guardianship of Usher when you know he did his first album. I did Usher's first album. I don't have legal guardianship of him, but for the next 48 hours, he's with me. So and we gonna go full crazy.
I'm going crazy.
Crazy.
I'm taking this out tonight.
What you want to do? What you want to do over the next 48 hours?
48 hours. Let's go. Let's just go get some girls. Let's go hang with some girls.
A man after my heart. That's what I'm talking.
Now the internet is digging deep and they're finding old videos of Diddy and Justin that feel beyond off. In one clip, Diddy casually tells Justin not to talk about what happened that weekend. Like, what kind of grown man says that on camera about time spent with a minor?
Friend, huh? You ain't been calling me and hanging out the way we used to hang out.
Well, I mean, you try to get in contact with me, you know, through all my, partners and whatnot. Mm-hmm. But you never really got my number, so.
Right. Okay.
My number?
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you my number.
Yeah.
It's 55.
In another jaw-dropping clip, Diddy literally turns to Justin and asks, "Are you wearing a wire?" I mean, what? What were they doing that would even make that question necessary? Fast forward to recent years, and Justin's been hinting about how dark his early years were. He admitted he didn't even know if he was going to survive the industry. He said people who claimed to love him abandoned him the second things got hard, the second he needed real help. And now we're looking back, wondering if that help he needed had something to do with Diddy.
It was hard for me being that young and being in the industry and not knowing where to turn, and everyone, telling me they love me and just turn their back on you in a second.
The fans? Oh, they're on fire. One user commented, "Diddy is the sacrificial lamb. This runs so much deeper." Another dropped this bomb. He's been calling himself a bad boy and a pimp since the 90s, and y'all shocked he meant it literally? And then there's the one that said what we're all thinking: Hollywood and government need a complete wipe. Clean house. Enough is enough. So now we're all left with questions. How far does this go? Who knew what and stayed silent, and who's next to fall? Because this isn't just a Diddy problem anymore, it's a system, a web, a toxic, manipulative, hidden network where power protects predators and silence is bought with threats, favors, and cameras behind the curtains. And now, thanks to the tapes, thanks to those receipts, and thanks to brave voices like Joe Rogan, those curtains are finally being pulled back.